and welcome to just I've still got the backing track playing in my ears, and I don't understand why, because I've turned it off, so I don't really understand. No, that was by pure accident. Welcome. Welcome to I'm not entirely sure what I'm listening to, but welcome to the last broadcast with me, Mark, and we're back again for this week. And we've got a whole amazing show really coming up. And Justin's joined us. Hello, Justin. We've got a few people joining us actually. So it's really. I did the thing again where the whole angsty thing, because I'm not used to this video. Normally, as I said last week, I can hide the kind of anxiety thing that I have going on with going live when I'm doing the live broadcast or with the podcast. You can hide all of that, but it was like, they're going to see me and they're going to see me make a mistake. But, hey, and I have already, because I was supposed to have my graphic up, which isn't up. So there you go. And also, I don't quite understand why my signal is... thank you for... Yeah, we're doing a thing, basically, where... I might type... Can you just... Does it sound okay, guys? Can you not... I'm hoping that you can't actually hear the... Oh, I know what's going on. Bear with me 1 second. I shouldn't have that on. So I can actually listen to the signal. Right, so there we go. Right, now I know what I'm doing. Right, so now I've got my graphics back up. I'm now... I can say hello properly. So who have we got? So if I keep looking down here, it's because I've got my laptop set up so I can actually stay with you on Periscope and see and read the messages, as I didn't. My mic is very quiet, is it? Okay, so... Maybe I need to lean in a bit closer to the microphone. It's not much I can do really. It's a Rode NT USB microphone, and I usually use a sound card. And I did this whole thing during the week where I set up basically my kit, and I had like a whole sort of set up with the mixer and stuff, and it was all connected to the computer, and it was great. I mean, I just thought it's a massive amount of overkill just for one microphone, even if I do prefer the microphone to to this one. And I had noticed when I was, because I've rehearsed this, well, not so much rehearsed it, but rehearsed the technicalities of everything to death, okay, over the past week or so, well, past week anyway, so that last week's session was really just the sound check for this one, to see if I wanted to carry on doing it, as we've not been broadcasting for 2 years, really, not the live stuff anyway. So, so that's why. So hopefully that should be better. So say hello to the people, Justin, to Gary. I don't know who else, because I don't know who else, but I welcome. It doesn't tell me who else actually, but it just tells me that there's other people watching. So, what have we got coming up in the show? We've got loads of stuff. We've got 2 world exclusives, okay? 2 tracks that have been released this week that are going to be played on the show. One from Hunt Us, coming up later, which was released today on Spotify and iTunes and all the other online publishing places, houses, stuff, whatever. And also we've got Haircuts Not Required, who released a track yesterday, so we've got an exclusive on that, so we've got that to look forward to. Plus we've got stuff from all over the world. We've got a very special guest coming up in a little while, which I'm very excited to share with you, and also we've got a guest coming to talk to you on the show as well. So actually we've got 2 actually, thinking about it, so we've got that to look forward to. Plus we've got music from Alaska, in the form of Chris Watkins coming up, and also we've got Shipper 63 coming up later, all the way, I think it's Melbourne. I apologise, Mark, if I've got that wrong, but it's definitely Australia. So we're going from far east to far west, so we are literally going all over the world today, and you're coming with us on this journey. Plus we've got stuff from Gary. What else have I missed? Oh, and a band by the name of Paper Mill. Okay, right, they are fantastic, and I'm going to talk more about that later when I actually play them. So apologies if I'm kind of looking here, because I'm trying to read my script and no one's commenting, so that's good. You can clearly hear me, and that's fine. And if I look over this way, it's because I've got a drink and I need a drink. Okay, right, so one of the things I didn't tell you about last week, which I should have done, which is just another quick little plug, okay, was about another podcast that I run around Halloween time. So how all of this came about I had a break from doing podcasting for a while, for a couple of years, and then got back into it because of Halloween, right? So I used to do this thing called the Dread Room, which is a part of my old job. Anyway, that so I've been doing that because like Halloween is mine and Lucas's Christmas. We celebrate that, but I do it big time. We had a 10-foot scarecrow in the front garden on the drive yesterday and last year, and so we did a series of podcasts, right, leading up to Halloween, and it's on the dreadhouse.com, which is the home of the horror podcast. And so my plan was to do 2 more podcasts after Halloween and publish them, but record them in Cornwall and sort of have a kind of piratey Halloween type theme. But when I got down to Cornwall the day after Halloween, I kind of felt like the vibe had gone. And so I thought, oh, well, I still want to, I've got the podcast vibe, so I'm going to keep that going. So how do I do that? And I thought, well, I'll just do something about hiking. So if you listen to the first Hiking Pod, you'll probably see some messages actually there from Justin saying Mark hasn't got a name for his podcast. Please suggest one. And so that's how I came up with the very unimaginative name of Hiking Pod. So it goes from Dreadhouse to Hiking Pod, which is about going out and going out places and going and talking basically about what I'm seeing, and hence why that podcast has been grounded, and why I'm not amazingly well. Somebody's talking to me. I don't know who. No, nothing. No work. I shouldn't really have my work phone on, should I? Really, not this time. So that's how we came about, and that's why we've got the last broadcast back again, because because I like doing it and I've got the kit. So, but anyway, that kind of segues nicely into this.
Time for a spooky story.
One day, in the not too distant future, you are gonna have to go back to work.
So yeah, I spent all of 10 minutes doing that today, because that's come out of one of the other pieces of work that I do. I do an Instagram live thing for my work, and I started to do these spooky things, which which are things like much the same as, not just you have to go back to work, but at some point you're going to have to go back to school. And I went to the shop and there was no bread, that kind of thing, you know. Nothing at all scary. It's just a little bit of fun. So I was on Twitter today. What a surprise! And I came across this. So if I can just move myself out of the way. This is incredibly geeky, but I don't care. Right. So there's this. Right. So this is. So I apologise if you're not in London. This is going to mean absolutely nothing to you. But the reason I'm saying, I'm pointing with my mouse to this, like you can see it, which you can't. But Mercury, you can't normally see Mercury. You have to sort of go a little further down the planet to be able to see it. So I'm really, really excited that I'm going to actually get to see Mercury, hopefully, from Enfield, if we get any clear nights here in London, because that would be pretty cool. Now, the reason why I might be talking a bit fast is because I realised that I've got I have to be very conscious of the time, okay, and how much time I've actually got to do this, because I'm trying to keep it to an hour or less, and I want to keep it to an hour or less, and I know that I've got an absolute lot to pack in, and I still can't quite get used to sort of looking at the camera, which is here, okay. Well, I'm a bit annoyed. If there's a bit of a lag, okay, it's because the software that I usually use stopped working yesterday, and then it's just like I don't actually have time to sort this out. Apparently, my mic is really quiet. I don't really know how else to boost it. So I'm going to try. No, I'm turning up the wrong thing. I'll try it. Well, I'm hoping that you've heard me. You've heard things that I've been saying. That might be too loud now. Is that any better? Is that better? No, I'm still only... I'm going to try again. But sorry, I'm really sorry about this, guys. It's normally... Here's this... Then I might have to back off. Okay, is that any better? Can you hear me anymore? Because if I do that, you probably hear me, but you won't. Well, mind you, it's no great loss if you don't see me. All right, and it's telling me to say something, but I am saying something. So it's no different. Okay, well that's. How about that? Is that any better? No. Am I still too quiet? Say something from the beginning. I'm not saying anything from the beginning. I'm just going to have to accept the fact that you haven't heard anything that I've said, and I've just mouthed things to you. Okay, well, thank you very much. Right, well, that is okay. I remembered last week that I was overloading the mic. So, right. Well, anyway, on that note, I said everything that I was going to say. I was. Yeah. So we're going to move on to the first track because that is pretty much why you're here, right? So this is come all the way from Alaska, and this is Chris Watkins and the Drunk Poets. And let me just turn my mic off. This is Chris Watkins and the Drunk Poets.
Working girls in uniform, they catch my eye, they keep me warm. Drinking beer from dollar cans in wooden booths with working hands. Keep a light in your window, keep a song in your heart. You can dance without music, you can sing in the dark. Working men, they never complain until they're done working in vain. They're talking till it's 10 to 2 and going home like all working men do. Keep a light in your window, keep a song in your heart. You can dance without music, you can see in the dark. Some people make it easy to give it up and act like you don't care. Some people never drink the water, some people never breathe the air. These times are tough, and these days are hard. You call their bluff, and then you play another card. It's the truth, you're not alone. I'm living proof, you can't make it on your own. Keep a light in your window, keep a song in your heart. You can dance without music, you can sing in the dark. You can sing in the dark.
Right, so Chris is one of those artists, and I didn't realise my mic wasn't on. He just keeps getting better and better with everything that he produces. So I'm a bit annoyed about this mic business. So next week I'm going to make sure that I've definitely got my other mic, which I know is a lot better, and I'm going to have to set up a sound card, which I'm not keen. Anyway, so yes, so that was Chris. I did message Chris a couple of days ago. to tell him that he'd be on the show, because I always said to him, as long as I'm doing shows, I'll play your music, because I love it. And so just in case you can see on my graphic, the reason why it says the moon is moving is because you're actually watching a video. That is actually a real-time, well, not, it is a real-time video of the movement of the moon, which I took from my drive about a year ago. I think this is actually a last year's moon, I think, a full moon. I can't remember which one in particular it was, but yeah, so there you go. That's why I thought it's something a bit different rather than just having, but because it moves so slowly, you can't really see. But over time, you'll notice that it is actually moving. So I'm actually really excited to share this next bit with you. Okay, right. So I reached out to my friend Justin, who is like the guy that I copied all of my podcasting concepts from, and asked him if he wanted to do a section for the show, and he said yes. So I am going to you're going to see me in the video for a little bit. It's not really a video, but you're going to see me for a little bit, and then I'm just going to show you do Justin's section. So I'm really honoured and pleased to have him with us. So this is Justin.
Well, hello there. Thanks, Mark, for the invitation. This is Justin Wayne, formerly of the Justin Wayne Show, before we went on to what seems like it could have become a permanent hiatus, but Mark invited me back onto the airwaves, and I happen to be sitting in front of my podcast setup because we all had to move home for our good old working from home here in the United States. I live in Montana, which is sort of far west. We border Idaho and Idaho on the west, North Dakota on the east, Canada to the north, and Wyoming and more Idaho to the south. Anyway, that's where we're at. We're actually we're going to be one of the states that comes out of sort of the biggest restrictions soon. So like May 4th, I think we're going to step down to what they call phase 1. So that's kind of exciting. But yeah, we've been trapped here for a while, and it's been not trapped, I guess. We can still like go outside. It's just I don't know about how all of you feel about this, but the inability to get close to other humans. I mean, obviously our family, we can be close to our family, but being physically distant from our other humans in the world is really hard. It's really hard for me. I suffer from depression, and I've been treating it for the last 9 months. So I think I've lived with it for a very long time. But everything was going well until this happened, and it's been a struggle for me, and I know that it's been a struggle for a lot of people who have different mental illness and deal with that. And yeah, it's not easy. So I just wanted to use this opportunity, Mark, to tell everyone that's listening that you're not alone. There are a lot of us out there that are suffering and that want to be close to people. So this is a great way to be closer to people. Obviously not physically, but we can share things. And I encourage you to, maybe with your close friends or your family, to share things maybe that you don't normally, and be heard and be seen by those people. I think that's a great way, at least to get a little bit closer when we can't be physically closer. So I wanted to bring some music as well. I have not been listening to a lot of independent music lately. That was my jam for 10 years. So it's been interesting to be away from it. It sort of makes me a little bit sad to be away from it and to come back to it, but I'm feeling better about things. So was really excited when Mark invited me to do a little thing for y'all. And do a thing for your audience, Mark. I think that's great, and I'm so glad and proud of you for continuing doing what you've done over the last few years with your podcasting and broadcasting and doing this, and just really bringing people together and connecting has always been a strength of yours anyway. So I'm really glad that you're still doing it, and very proud to have been whatever small impetus for you to do this stuff, because it's so in your wheelhouse. It was already. So I think I just sort of opened the door and said, hey, you could also do this. very easily. Just add this on to your skills, and you definitely have. So it's great. And yeah. So when I was thinking about this, and I obviously, since I haven't been listening to a lot of independent music, I did find I have been back on Twitter lately quite a little bit, as I think people have been, because they've been wanting to connect with other people. So so I was just looking through my Twitter feed, and Anna Pencaldi, who was one of our favorite guests, Claire's and mine back in the day. Hello to Claire as well, if you're listening. I need to reconnect. I haven't talked to Claire in a little while, so reconnect with her too. It would be nice. Maybe one day we will do another episode of the Justin Wayne Show, at least one more. Anyway, Anna Pencaldi was one of our favorite guests on the show. She just started her own show, her own Instagram live show. So if you go to instagram.com/Anna Pencaldi, it's ANNAPANCALDI. Well, I can't even spell it. If you Google it, I bet imagine you'll find it. She's brilliant and is doing some really great work already. She's doing some co-writing and some vocals and singing, and obviously songwriting and playing stuff. So what I have is an older song of hers. It was a song that I think she might have premiered on our show. But it's called "Stay Right Here on the Sofa," and we'll play this, and maybe I'll dig up one more song for you to play before I hand it back to Mark. But this is Anna Pencaldi, and this song is called "Stay Right Here on the Sofa." You are listening to the last broadcast with Mr. Mark Riley.
Ooh, oh, home sweet home, and many there have been. So there amidst those walls I need to be. There you may find him, he's a wonder to me. Ever glowing, never changing, that's what he is to me. And if not there, I might find him on a hilltop, seeking peace and serenity in the wild. When you find him, won't you take me to his side with him? 'Cause right there's where I need to be. And when I find you, oh, won't you make a pact with me? Oh, never will I leave your side. Oh, promise you'll never leave mine. Oh, never leave mine. 'Cause I need you to stay right here. to stay right here. I need you to stay right here. Tell me why can't you stay? I need you to stay.
Aloha, I'm Anna Pancaldi, and you are listening to The Justin Wayne Show.
That's a lie. You're not really. You're listening to the last broadcast with Mark Riley. My name is Justin Wayne. Do a little guest post. Guest post? Is that a thing in podcasting? I'm sure it is. Anyway, thanks very much, Mark, for letting me say some things on your show. And do take care of your mental health, everyone. It's something you should do, and it's very important. So take care of your physical health, and also don't neglect your mental health. Very important. So I was looking at this stuff, and I was trying to figure out what else I could play. And one of the songs, so Claire Rosario, who is the co-host of the Justin Wayne Show for years, also managed a band called Van Susans, and they are still a thing. They were still putting out stuff. They had just put out, before all of this happened, all of the corona. They had just put out a video for the song, and I actually have a copy of the song. This may be one of those like because I've had it for a while, and then they put out anyway. So this may not be the album version of the song, but that's cool anyway. So once again, thanks to Mark for letting me join you. This is another great band. They're called Van Susans. You can find them vansusans.com or twitter.com/vansusans. That's where I've been checking them out. They haven't tweeted recently, so I hope they're okay. I hope they're doing okay. But yeah, so anyway, back to the last broadcast with Mark Riley. This is called Lipstick Teeth by Van Susans, and you are listening to the last broadcast.
What's underneath, so go ahead and show me. Promise I will laugh, taking it slowly. But it's the start, you turn the light off. You say it hurts, your eyes up. And pull the blanket to cover up your face. I need you with me, just say maybe. Sex, our kisses turn a bit twist as feelings start to slip, and we're slipping and sliding from all the sweat. Just drink it all in, baby, I ain't finished yet. And it feels less like drowning, more like it's slipping away. And we're finding it hard to find the right words to say. You took me in well, I was lonely, but that doesn't mean that you control me. You're not stupid, I wasn't drunk and full. There
Oh, we are. We're back. I think we are back. Are we? Yes, we are. As far as I can tell. So thank you, Justin. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. I kind of feel like I've arrived now. I've been accepted because I've had Justin Wayne on my show doing a section under the name of The Lost. No, it's not The Lost. It's The Last Broadcast. I keep calling it The Lost because that's what it was before it was The Last Broadcast. Changing that letter is really, really important. So I've got Greg, who's joined, my mate Greg. How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm pleased you're here, actually. It's nice to have you on the show.
Hey, it's very nice to be here.
Good. So we're going to talk about what you've been doing in lockdown, because you've been really busy and quite prolific with your recording and writing, have you not?
Well, yeah, I try and keep busy at best of times anyway. But yeah, I don't drinks and set myself a challenge of a song a night on Facebook, a song a day, sorry, write, record, make a little video and post it on Facebook that day. And unfortunately, lots of people replied.
I'm still.
And they're all jokers.
I'm still waiting for mine actually, because I did suggest.
This is true. You were the last one that I didn't get to.
Oh, it's the Mexican. So I can't remember what it was. Something about something.
A mariachi.
It was a mariachi band.
Yeah, music of your people. About bread, making bread for the first time locked out.
That was it, and yeah, we didn't. I'm still waiting for that one, so I got that to look forward to, no doubt.
Yes, so that will be coming.
Good.
I do promise. So yeah, and I will start completely from scratch, and it will be one day, start to finish. Yeah, and I will get that one done. Unfortunately, the injury delayed.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. How is your leg?
Excuse. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay now. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
We do our best to numb the pain.
Well, you have to, really, don't you? I mean, that's
it, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what I forgot. Oh no, I was going to answer your question. No, I can't can't speak in Spanish. Actually, my Spanish is appalling. So, to follow up on the Mexican theme, I know you like to wind me up. And now my family have adopted this whole kind of South American, which is not really South Mexican. Mexico's not really South America, is it? It's Central America. But even so, picking up on that Latin vibe.
You have a Latin vibe.
That's what you keep telling me. You keep telling me that I have a Latin vibe on my way to work on the back of a pickup truck with 15 other people.
I can actually picture that, especially in the hat.
Yeah, do you know what? Because I've been doing it, I don't know if I've said this before, because I was doing the broadcasts before today with Instagram, I wear the hat, and I've got like 10 of these T-shirts, so it looks like I just wear the same T-shirt all the time, which I don't care, I can live with. But because I was wearing the hat, I tried to gel my hair, right, just for this broadcast, and it just went completely wrong. And I thought, well, I'm not washing it. And so I just thought, do you know what? After doing the sound check with you earlier, and I thought, I'm just going to wear a hat. Just do what Greg does indoors. Can't go out, and now we're just in hats. So I was scouring through your tracks, actually, the Song in a Day tracks, and I came across one, which is about biscuits.
Yes, this is from Eddie, drummer from the Evenings.
Right, okay. So
as you know.
apparently I do know. Go for it.
Yeah, he sent me a challenge of a R&B style song about. He was very specific. He said dipping your chocolate biscuit in a tea for too long and it breaking, and watching the biscuit sink to the murky depths. Those were his words.
I'm kind of. Do you know what? I'm sorry, I keep laughing. I'm half laughing because of the concept of the biscuit, and it's such a fantastic idea. And obviously, I know the track, so I know it's really good. But I'm also, the other half of me is laughing because I can hear Fry in the background, I think.
You can hear him snoring, can't
Which
you?
Is,
I've been
hilarious. Can we?
Yeah, he's a noisy bugger.
No, that's great. I love it. I think it all adds to the ambience of.
He's laying on the floor at the moment, right across the room as well. Fry's my granddad, for anyone who doesn't know. No, Fry is a dog. Fry is a dog.
Right, okay. Well, mine, Molly, has got so sick of hearing me talking. What she thinks I'm just talking to the wall. So she's gone off into the other room. Normally she just lays on the sofa or lays under my table, actually, but this time she's absolutely had enough. Well, I've got to say, it's been fantastic talking to you. Thank you for coming on. And we're going to play that track right now. So I'm also going to do my best to not keep us live on... So I'm just stalling because there we go. Right, so so as I do this changeover, so this is. Do you want to introduce it, or shall I introduce it? No, you do it.
No, you.
I don't know because
I
I call you're my mate. I just call you Greg. I don't know what's your stage name for this.
Well, I'd like to not affiliate a lot of it with my actual musical career, if I'm honest. Mostly because of the vocals, but. Yeah, this is by me, and it's called Dunker, the Chocolate Biscuit song.
And here it is. Thank you very much.
Biscuits with me, 'cause I'm a dunker, dunker. I put my biscuits in. Dunker, dunker. I will empty the tin. Dunker, dunker. Will you dunk along? Dunker, dunker. The chocolate biscuit song. Soaking up some of the tea from out of my cup. When tragedy struck, my biscuit fell apart, and at that moment it also broke my heart. I'm not afraid to admit that I wept as I watched that biscuit sink to the muddy depths. Dunker, dunker, I put my biscuits in. Dunker, dunker, I will empty the tin. Dunker, dunker, will you dunk along? Dunker, dunker, the chocolate biscuit song. Dunker, dunker, I put my biscuits in. Dunker, dunker, I will empty the tin. Dunker, dunker, will you dunk along? Dunker, dunker, the chocolate biscuit song.
Now, I want to see the K-pop track about owls, and surely that's got to be a thing. Thank you very much, Greg, for joining us, and a massive thank you to Justin for joining us previously before that. It's always nice when you got people come onto the show and do it with you. It's kind of nice actually not to be sort of doing it, so it just feels like it's me, although I do kind of feel like I'm flying through this now because I've still got a few more tracks to play. So, but actually, if you saw the video there at the end, or part of the video, you would have seen Daniel throwing his tea bag into the cup. So my son Lucas also did this, right? So I'm just going to very quickly show you Lucas's attempt at the tea bag challenge, okay?
I'm going to throw this tea bag into really high into the cup. Good oink.
So there you go. There was no camera trickery or cheating involved there. That was a genuine attempt, and he did it on the first go because he's a very talented little boy. So there you go. I had to share that one with you. So now you've seen Daniel and Lucas do it. So that's a good one. Right, moving on. We're going to Australia next. Okay, so all the way from I did say Melbourne. I hope I've got that right. I'm really sorry, Mark. Again, I apologise for the second time if I've got this wrong. So one thing, actually, more or less all of the artists you will hear in today's show, bar one, more or less, I'll have some level of connection with, whether I know them personally or have worked with them in some way. But the only thing that actually connects me to this next guy, or next trio, should I say, of three, it's a band of three Marks, all called Mark Hoy, from Melbourne in Australia, I think, is that all three Mark Hoys come from Enfield originally, apparently. So that's the link, and that's when I first started doing the very first podcast, which was Enfield Music Originals. He messaged me and said, I live in Australia, but I'm originally from Enfield. Can I still be in your podcast? And it was like, well, of course, it's really just the name. But anyway, I'm not going back into that. You already know that story because I've told you it about 100 times. But so this is, I've totally forgotten the name of the track. Actually, this is really embarrassing. But this is Shipper 63 and his track, which I now realise that I've still got my microphone on because I need to turn it off. So I'm just going to very quickly stall, and it will be, next week I think we're going to have to try something different. So here we go. This is Shipper 63. And that was Hard Driven by Shipper 63. So I eventually got there by the end because I went to look it up on my phone and realised that it was actually on the video. So you would have seen that anyway. So thanks, Mark, for sending that to me. You can check Mark out of Shipper63 out on SoundCloud, where there are loads of other tracks of written by them as well. So I think also on Spotify, if I'm not mistaken, could well be. So yeah, check them out by all means. There's another couple of tracks. I've got another one which I'm going to play next week, so I'm going to save that for then. So I've got that to look forward to for next week. So I'm going to move on because I realise I'm fast running out of time here, and that's not good. So this next band is actually the lead singer of the band is a guy I work with. He's called Matt. So hi, Matt. It's kind of I didn't realise he was as talented as he is. I mean, it doesn't sound because I don't obviously in our professional work setting I don't obviously get to see necessarily this side of him. So and we did a little performance a little while ago for our work to celebrate the work that we do with young people, and he played guitar then. But anyway, this is something else. This is his band Paper Mill, and I only discovered this track yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's a new one. It's been only been released, I think, last month. So here we go. This is if I can find it. Here we go. Paper Mill.
But we should have got arrested. Yes, I'm amazed that we didn't get arrested. Were there mistakes that we made in the summer nights when we were young? Cause I don't think I ever had so much fun. I remember thinking, here I am, this is it. On a warm June night, 10 p.m. summer on my lips. Somewhere way out west, way out past the west way. Getting drunk with my friends, hoping this is how it stays. But you gotta grow up, yeah, you gotta grow up. So get real, get lost, lose your heart, lose the love. You gotta grow up, yeah, you gotta grow up. So get real, get lost, lose your head, lose the love. Yeah! Well, I was just 19, but I didn't like certainty. Wish I was half as sure of myself come 23. And it's funny how life starts you being who you wanna be. With more experience, I've become more cowardly. And I remember thinking, here I am, this is me. Well, I was careless, maybe if not carefree. Somewhere way out west, way out past the west way. Still getting drunk with my friends, hoping this is how it stays. But you gotta grow up, yeah, you gotta grow up. Get real, get lost, lose your head, lose the love. You gotta grow up, yeah, you gotta grow up. So get real, get lost, lose your heart, lose the love. Yeah, man, you're probably right. I should start getting serious about life. When it really feels like I'm stuck in my ways. You're asking me to change. Said you gotta grow up. Yeah, you gotta grow up. But get real, get low. You gotta grow up.
So clearly I'm not ready for the banter that I've just asked for in the chat room. So, yeah, it'd been very quiet. All of a sudden it went... I just did something on my screen where you can't see because I've got my laptop down here trying to read the comments. And I did full screen and back again, and it just went to like one viewer. So I thought, oh, everyone's gone. I've just aggravated everybody with my comments about Matt, who incidentally is... he's got a great voice. He's a great musician. Really, really enjoyed that. I really like that. So thanks, Matt. Well done. Conscious of the fact that time is ticking on, and I've still got 3 more tracks to play you. So this is, so I'm going to speed through this. This is Gary, who just was just in the chat room actually telling me about banter, and because I said it's a bit quiet, and he said. Yes. So I'm totally thrown. I'm totally thrown here. I asked for banter and I just got it, and it's be careful what you ask for, because I just got that and now I'm a bit thrown. So this is Gary with a track called Medusa on the Make from his new album.
closer from the main.
So, thank you. That's Gary Pearce and Adrian Bat. Adrian Bat. Which I neglected to mention before, actually. So sorry about that, Adrian. Medusa on the Make. So that's from Gary's new EP, and we played a track last week. So there'll be more to come over the following weeks on that front. Now we're on to. I'm getting a bit annoyed actually because it's like coming up to an hour. I've been broadcasting and I've got Star Trek to watch, so I've still got tracks to play. So, right, I joke. Well, actually, I'm not, but you know. Right, so now we're on to the exclusive part of the show. So, this next video, it comes from a local band who are actually sort of gaining some national traction, who are fantastic. And now I actually got them confused because they have, they're a 4-piece band, but two of the members actually operate in another band called Chimes, and I kind of got the two confused, which is a kind of a rookie mistake. But this new track of theirs was released on iTunes and Spotify and all the other, as I mentioned earlier on the show, today, I think. So this is, I thought the video's been out, I think, a little while, not long, obviously. But so this is a band called Hunt Us, and this is a great track. So go out and buy it because it's really good. So there you go. If I can find it, which I clearly can't. There we go.
Living through things
felt, a connection and a human contact, living through things, both fill a hole. Where there is energy for girls, there is energy for life.
I really like that. That's a great video. It's a great track as well. Well done, guys. Thank you very much for that. I love all that homemade stuff, the homemade video anyway. That's great. Very, very talented family. That I like that. Right, which brings us on to just before I end that, Hunt Us, go and check it out on iTunes. I'll give it another listen on Spotify. Check them out. So on to the next exclusive, a track that was released again yesterday, which is by a band which I played last week actually, Haircuts Not Required. So another local guy, and I just realised I'm in the wrong one, and I don't have a video for this, so I'm afraid you're going to have to sort of suffer looking at me and my graphics for the next bit. Okay, so this is Haircuts Not Required, and the track is called Finding Love. And it's there.
Always finding time for friends, but never noticing me. So popular until the end, you got it all. The coolest girl you'll ever see, the geekiest guy in town. She walked past me in the corridor as if I weren't around. You stand out in a crowd, you're always funny, never loud. A quiet boy from a quiet town waits to say hello. It's like finding love in an 80s movie. You flick your hair like you've left the ocean. I'm left on the shore. Everybody hangs on all your words. No one's heard me speak. You're never home as you're always out. I don't leave the house. You wear your clothes like a catwalk model. I wear clothes. You stand out in a crowd, always funny, never loud. A quiet boy from a quiet town waits to say hello. It's like finding love in an 80s movie. I'd planned to meet you at a big school prom, but back then they didn't exist. I thought we'd step in through the doors together like an end of movie twist. We never had no prom, of all our dream girls gone. You stand out in a crowd, always funny, never loud. A quiet boy from a quiet town waits to say hello. It's like finding love in an 80s movie. Finding love in an 80s movie. We never had no prom. We never had finding love. We never had no prom in an 80s movie. We never had no prom. We never had finding love. We never had no prom in an 80s movie. We never had no prom. We never had finding love. We never had no prom in an 80s movie.
And that was Haircuts Not Required. Wow, total, yeah, because I was too busy fixating on the next section. So Finding Love, released yesterday, I think, or Sunday, one of the two. So thank you very much to Drew for sending that in. So we've come to the end of the show. It's that time. So I've got to say my thank yous. So I've got to say thank you to Justin for your amazing section. I hope you do something for us for next week. Thank you to Greg for yours. I hope you join us again as well. Thanks to Chris. Thank you very much to Mark, or the three Marks rather. Thanks to Matt for letting me play your tune. To Gary and to Drew. And we're back with this next section, which the last section, which is the very last bit of the show, which is the random jukebox. Now, I had a bit of a sneaky peek. All right, okay, so it's not so random. It's only random for you. And that I disappeared because I had to go and find my money, and I managed to find a €2 coin. So I think that's going to just about cover it, I think, for today. So I am going to say I've been Mark Riley. Thank you very much for joining me. This is the last broadcast here on on thelastbroadcast.org. If you actually check out the website, which you can do as well. I'm really grateful that you've joined me. And now I'm going to play the last track has come to us from the Duke. Here is the random jukebox.
Walk away from my day. Early morning rise in the factory line with views all the same. Silver line by fortune wiped away. Though it won't be long till the wealth is gone and wealth falls away. Marathon is all I need. Serotonin high in the finish line when we can both meet. Marathon is all I see. Gamble well was fine, but I realized there's more to this thing. Who wants to run forever? Who wants to run forever? Everyone seems the same. Marathon. Ended up alone as far as my gate. Where the steed ends, the water tends to harness our way. Silver line by fortune to evade. I would love to swim, but I fear this time I may not be safe. Marathon is all I need. Serotonin high at the finish line where we can both meet. Marathon is all I see. Gamble well was fine, but I realized there's more to this scene. Who wants to run forever? Who wants to run forever? Everyone seems the same. Who wants to run forever? Who